1945 has made an important contribution for peace. Nevertheless, at its 60th anniversary, there is a broad consensus, both inside and outside the organization, that the UN has yet to discover the way to fulfill its founding purposes. The number of the member states is nearly 200 nations, right? And the office of these states do little more than represent and even insist on their own interests. They seem inherently unable to resolve conflicts and achieve peace. For these reasons, true parents said, I declare today before all humanity the founding of the new international organization, the Universal Peace Federation. Its mission is to renew the existing United Nations and provide a new level of leadership as an able type UN. That is an organization and whose efforts for peace are offered to heaven that can invest itself ceaselessly in serving for the sake of others. The structure of the ideal world of peace is the expanded world of the four-position foundation that realizes the ideal family. The organization, which is the same position as God, is the Family Federation. We can say the organization that must fulfill the role of the men's UN is the Universal Peace Federation, and the organization that must fulfill the role of the women's UN is the Women's Federation for World Peace. And the organization that must fulfill the children's UN is YSP. Therefore, these four organizations are the most basic organizations in realizing world peace. Now we are very much focused on these four organizations. I think my brothers and sisters need to understand. That's why our Women Federation, not just under some organization, right? Women Federation is very critical role, very important role, as the really the role of the woman. The woman are Women's United Nations role. Very important. Let's support Women Federation for World Peace. And the Living Divine Principle, and today a new chapter, eschatology and human history. And this is the part of the introduction. Let's study.
Eschatology and human history.
My brothers and sisters, so let's study. Heavenly Honey, please read.
In order to understand issues about the last days, we need to know about the origin of human history and also its process. Because
the age in which Satan became the owner perishes, and true parents become the owners and welcome the new heaven and new earth. The Holy Wine ceremony and blessing ceremony that we participate are ceremonies in which we completely end Satan's last days. Therefore, those who are blessed should graduate from the past age, last days, and become new. New age. Have you cleared off the last day? We still need to completely clear off Satan's centered fallen nature, right? Existing habits and traditions, which are, vestiges of Satan. Even though you receive the blessing, okay, you are still carrying on the, existing habit and fallen nature and tradition. And you still have the vestiges of the Satan. That means you are not yet graduated yet the last day. So once we met true parents and then really clear off our fallen nature and become new person, and we enter the age of the new era, then we are different person, completely turning point. But still, even though we are receiving the blessing, still carry on existing habit and tradition. That means we are not yet graduate last days. Have your family cleared the last days? Does your couple no longer have conflicts? Is your couple united and always realizing harmony? Then you already graduated last day, already cleared off the last day. Furthermore, as your tribe cleared off the last days, has your nation cleared off the last days, has your world cleared off the last days? Very important. Even though we are living in the era of the Cheonilgu, still many of them living in last days. They not yet cleared off the last days. So cleared off the last day means really completely we become new person. We are living in the new era, welcoming the era of the Cheonilgu. That's why we really think about it, how much we eliminate our own fallen nature, how much we overcome the struggling between husband and wife, how much we, about clear up the relationship between parents and children. We need to think about that. And the Cheonilgu requires you need to clear off the last days, right? If you clear off the last day, wow, we can see different era, different time, new heaven, new earth, new sovereignty. When you study our last day, do you think like that? I think like that. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, next content.
Finally, the principle of parents must appear. Finally, the principle which will emerge in the last days. If you can't do such a mission in the Unification Church, then get out of here. If you can't establish such a standard of heart, make effort until you can attain it. No matter what happens, you must have such a standard. The principle of brothers and sisters is not the principle for the final restored world. You must follow the customs and traditions of parents centered on parents and heart. You need to love parents first and brothers and sisters second. On that foundation, heavenly law will be established, right? The love of brothers and sisters is not enough. Love parents first.
Yeah. So far, the principle of the brothers and sisters centered on democracy has prevailed, right? But in the end, and the principle of the parentism, the principle of parent, which is parentism, which is not democracy, communism, or even the principle of brothers and sisters will appear. So far, the principle of the brothers and sisters and the charity has prevailed. But in the future, the principle of parents, which is parentism, and of heartism, will dominate. This is the principle which will emerge in the last. Parents first and brothers and sisters second. You must follow the customs and tradition of the parents centered on parents and heart. In the last day, through true parents becoming the owner, the principle of the parents of heart will become the subject. Parentism, which is a heartism, will become the subject. Therefore, if you do not accept true parents, you will keep staying in the last day still. The principle of parents is a principle of heart centered on parental heart. From the children's perspective, it is a principle of the filial piety toward parents. The duty to realize the heart of the parents and practice as children is principle of the filial piety. We can say like a 효정ism, filial heartism, right? Principle of the filial heartism. Therefore, the important kind of the education in the final age is the education of the filial piety and the heart. We have to love God first, then true parents. Then after loving the world and nation, I must love my own family. Next.
A new civilization will appear in the last days. We are in the last days, which is like winter. Then, where can we find the spring-like cultural sphere which is able to establish the new civilization? We can find it only in religion. Human history started with the hope that we could realize the kingdom of heaven on earth someday. But we began to think about how to realize one ideal world of peace only a few centuries ago. Actually, however, religion has made a great effort to realize such an ideal world throughout history. The destination of religion is the spiritual world, not this physical world. That is why religion continues to advocate the belief in the second coming in order to guide and lead spiritual world.
Yes, we are in the last days, which is like winter. Then where can we find the spring-like cultural sphere which is able to establish the new civilization? We can find it only in religion. Here the new civilization means the revolution of heart centered on true parents, centering on the revolution of heart. A new civilization of arts and revolution of the language must take place. Today's youth ministry, what should I do to renew myself? Very also important content. Let's study.
What should I do to renew myself? What should you do to renew yourselves? To renew myself, I should first treasure the words I was moved by in my heart and live with the mindset to completely improve my attitude I've lived with until now, and have a heart of attendance towards heaven. If I live like this, my mind will be renewed. Then, as you gradually know God's heart, you will reach the level of inheriting from God. When you believe in the word to be true, you will really change. You will be so renewed that you yourselves will be surprised. That is why you yourselves must renew yourselves, so that even you yourselves will be surprised. When the word enters me and I experience being born again, I will change so much that I myself will be surprised. Since the word enters me and reforms my life, it brings change to my character.
Yeah. And what should I do to renew myself? Okay, I'd like to summarize again. Really believe in the word be true. The belief is very important. Purely believe in God's word. You know, really, you need to think that God's word is really truth. True parents' word is really truth. Recognized, authorized by spiritual world, even Satan cannot accuse. That's why you need to really believe in the word to be true. When I purely believe in the word as it is, I will really change. That is the power of the belief. You understand what I mean? When I purely believe in the God's word as it is, really if I accept this word and I really believe in that and then practice it, I am telling you, you really can change. That is the power of the faith. As much as I believe in the word, I will change it to a surprising degree. Faith in the word will be so renewed that I myself will be surprised. I have so much experience. When I first time read the Bible, wow, Jesus brought a lot of miracles, right? Wow, how can I bring the miracles? You know, when I was young and then just study Bible, wow, each sentence is so powerful. If I have the faith, I can move the mountain from here to there. My goodness, this is the power of the faith. You know, when I even did the word, I really believe, I realized that, wow, changed my entire life. That is the power of the faith, my brothers and sisters. Always meditate on the words that I believe in, and were moved by and treasure them in my heart. internally live with the mindset to completely reform my attitude. I have lived with until now. You need to have the heart to attend God no matter what happens. If I believe in the word without a hint of the doubt and put it into practice, miracles surely will happen. This is really amazing. That's why you need to have the pure heart. Really believe. Father said that's why one of the fathers, the goal is I want to become really greatest champion of the faith. Please, Heavenly Father, give me more than Peter, more than Saint Paul's faith. Okay? Heavenly Father, please give me love more than Jesus. Please, Heavenly Father, give me wisdom more than Solomon. Father is really champion of faith. He can believe in everything. That's why in order to change our life of faith, sometimes we are thinking too much reasonably, logically, humanistically, horizontally, and it's difficult to believe in God's word. And God cannot work with this kind of a guy. You need to have a really pure heart and really believe in the word. Then as much you believe in God's word, you will change really surprisingly. This is the power of the faith, my brothers and sisters. As much as I believe in the word, I experience that God is living and walking within me. Wow. That's why faith and then what? Hope and love. Our life of faith begins from faith. Not start from the love, because our level is very low class. That's why followers need to believe. Believe first. Faith first. Faith. And then when you truly believe God does exist. Wow, really God does exist? Really I am a child of God? This is really your parent and child relationship. You need to believe God is my father, I'm the son of God, I'm daughter of God, God is my parent. Then you really believe, absolutely believe without doubt. Then what happens? If you believe in something, you can see incredible hope. That's why faith first. When you have a faith, and then automatically appear what? Oh, I can see hope. Nothing is impossible. Let you go. Then you can feel full of hope. You can invest everything and then reach to the level of love. Do you understand what I mean? Do you understand what I'm talking about? To renew yourself, you need to have faith. Believe in God's word. Okay? God's word is God. Then I will change so much that I myself will be so surprised. If I am born again in the word, it brings a change to my character. As I gradually know God's heart, and I will reach the level of the inheriting from God. That's why everything begins from faith. And gradually you get to